Many people want to meditate. They hear about it everywhere, from books, from podcasts, from friends who say it changed their life. They hear words like calm, clarity, peace, presence. So one day they decide to try. They sit down, they straighten their back, they close their eyes, and at first there is silence, but it does not last. Within seconds, something begins to move. The body shifts, the legs feel uncomfortable, the hands do not know where to rest. The breath feels strange, too shallow, too noticeable. And then the mind arrives. Thoughts appear one after another, random, unrelated, loud, memories, plans, questions. The mind feels busier than before. Seconds begin to stretch. Time feels heavy. Some people open their eyes. They check the clock. Only a few seconds have passed. A quiet disappointment appears. Not dramatic, just subtle. A feeling that something is wrong, and eventually a question forms. A question many never say out loud. Why cannot I do this? This experience is far more common than people admit. In fact, it is one of the most common meditation experiences, but it is rarely talked about. Most stories you hear focus on calm, stillness, insight, not restlessness, not frustration, not doubt. So when people struggle, they assume they are alone. They try again the next day, and the next. Each time hoping it will be different, but the same thing happens. The body resists sitting still. The mind refuses to slow down, and slowly a belief begins to form that meditation works, just not for them. Some blame their personality. Some blame their lack of discipline. Some quietly believe their mind is broken. Eventually, many stop trying, not because they do not want peace, but because the effort feels tiring. Meditation becomes another thing they failed at, another reminder that something about them is not enough. At the center of this struggle is a misunderstanding that goes unnoticed. Many people believe meditation means forcing the mind to be quiet, forcing thoughts to stop, forcing calm to appear, forcing the body to cooperate. Without realizing it, they turn meditation into a task, something to do correctly, something to succeed at. But this approach activates the same habit the mind uses all day: control. The mind already tries to control thoughts, control emotions, control outcomes. So when you sit down to meditate, the mind does not rest. It tightens. It watches itself, judges itself, corrects itself. Every thought becomes a problem. Every movement becomes a mistake. And instead of relaxation, tension increases. Meditation becomes effort layered on effort, and effort creates resistance. What most people do not realize is that nothing is going wrong. In fact, something very honest is happening. When you slow down, the distractions fade, and what has been ignored finally comes into view. Restlessness that has been carried for years. Mental noise that never had space to be heard. A nervous system that has been constantly stimulated. This discomfort was always there. It was just covered by movement, by tasks, by noise. Meditation does not create restlessness. It reveals it. But because no one explains this phase, people interpret it as failure. They think they are doing meditation wrong, so they push harder, and the cycle continues. What if the inability to sit still is not a problem to fix? What if it is information? Information about how much tension has been stored, how unfamiliar stillness has become, how little space the body has had to simply exist. Stillness cannot be forced. It appears when resistance softens, when the body no longer feels pressured, when the mind no longer feels watched. This is why stillness often arrives, not during effort, but after it. Not because something was achieved, but because something was allowed. Meditation is not about becoming calm. It is about noticing what is already here, without trying to change it, even if what is here is restlessness, especially then. Stillness is not a skill. It is a natural state the nervous system returns to when it feels safe. Safety does not come from control. It comes from permission. Permission to feel without fixing. Permission to notice without correcting. Pressure, even gentle pressure, delays that return. This is why trying to meditate often creates the very struggle people want to escape. If you struggle to sit still, nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing has gone wrong. The struggle itself may be pointing to something deeper than technique or discipline. Meditation does not begin when the mind becomes quiet. It begins when experience is allowed to be exactly as it is, restlessness included. For many people, this moment is deeply unfamiliar because most of life has been spent doing, improving, adjusting, fixing. Simply staying with what is present can feel unnatural, even uncomfortable. But that discomfort is not a sign to stop. It is often the first moment where nothing is being pushed away. This channel explores these quiet misunderstandings, not to teach, not to correct, only to notice.